Welcome to the SHAC. My name's Barbara Gray from Clarity here in the UK, and we're hanging out this evening. We're going to doodle and just keep each other company. I hope that, well, I'm a bit early to the party because this is the first time that in a long time that we've met on a Thursday evening. I don't think we've ever done that. But what we decided was that it might be a good idea to keep each other company more often than just on a Monday morning at 10 o'clock. You know, the evenings are drawing in now, the evenings are long, it's dark, it's dreary. And so, you know, with everything going on in the world, maybe it's better that we hang out a little bit more often, you know? So our darling Grace is in the building with us. She's over in Brooklyn, and she's going to be keeping us company too. So if you have any questions, she's there to help. And now we're just going to see if anybody can find us. So let's see, is anybody there apart from Grace and myself? Hey, there you go, Jean Halliwell. Yeah, in they come. So yeah, we're early to the party, and maybe there won't be so many of us this evening because it's an unusual time. But we just thought it would be a good move to spend a bit more time together. Okay? So come on in. These glasses are disgusting. I have to wear them all the time now. So I don't know about you, but my eyesight's definitely deteriorating. And then just to crown it all, I poked myself in the eye quite well, you know. I didn't do it timidly. And so I've got, you know, that horrible red shot through the eye. Sexy. No, it's not for Halloween. It's going to take weeks to get rid of. Can you see it? Terrible. Well, there you go. Grace says you look lovely. Thank you so much, darling daughter. Yeah, come on in. Let's see if we. I thought it would be nice to just spend more time together. Actually, I'm doing it for myself as much as for anybody else, and it's good because Grace is in New York, so she's 5 hours behind us. So it's what time is it where you are, Gracie? What time is it in New York? It's 7 o'clock here. So to my reckoning, it should be about 1 o'clock. Oh, no, it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, is it? 1400 hours. Is that right? I know our clocks went back on Sunday. Actually, Grace made me laugh. She was here an hour early. Yeah. And breathe. So have you got your tea? Have you got your drink? Have you got your tea? It's 3 a.m. Ah, I see. So it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon there. The American clocks didn't go back like ours, eh? Fall back. Okay. Ours catch up on November the 5th, Gracie says. Right. Okay. That's this weekend coming up. Sunday, a week later. So at the moment, you're only 4 hours. Just for a week. New York's only 4 hours behind us instead of 5 hours. That's good to know. Alrighty. And so, let's see. How many of us are in the building? Nearly 100 people already. Well, I'll be. There you go. That's why Grace got here early, of course, because we talk most days, but we're always 5 hours. Always in my head. I'm always 5 hours later than Grace. And 8 hours later than Mark in San Francisco. You know, you just have it switched in your head. So I know not to wake them in the middle of the night. Hello, Jane. Nice to have your company. Good to have everybody's company. There can't be anything decent on telly at the moment, and the news is just awful. I don't know about you, but that's really, you know, I think that's what's getting to me. And so, so when one is a little anxious, as I am at the moment, it's important to, I think there are certain things you can do to reduce anxiety. I know there are things that you can do to reduce anxiety, and one of them is hang out in the shack with a bunch of people and try and draw a deer. So let's get started, shall we? Let's have a look. On Monday when we got together, hands up who was here on Monday at 10 o'clock? Who was here on Monday at 10? Come on. Because we were drawing this tree, weren't we? I had this great idea. Well, I think it's a great idea. I like it. And we were drawing this tree, right? And then it has like an opening, like an aperture, and we're making it into a little toy. And then what we did, right, this is quite straightforward, really, isn't it? And then what we did was we drew little pictures to go inside. So you got a little deer, and then we did candles. We've been working on this for a couple of weeks, haven't we? Got candles, 3 candles, not 4 candles. Then we had gifts, boxes. See, I think this is rather a nice, I think this is a really nice card idea, isn't it? I see a set of stamps coming. We already had that one. No, and then the little street, the little scene. See? So we got these 4. So we got in the groove, didn't we? We understand. And I thought, because when I first started, the original idea was this, right? And then and then when I drew this, I thought, they'll have a fit if I turn up with a deer straight away. So I thought, we'll start really gently, traveling gently through 2023. I thought we'll start with a tree. So now we've got our confidence, we've got our eye in. Now we can advance to the deer. How's that sound? Gracie's just told me I've got 134 people. We're at 134. Can you imagine if we were all in one room now? You wouldn't be able to hear yourself think, would you? Good evening, Ken. Definitely needs to be a stamp set, Barb. I know. And I bet it would make a lovely little groovy plate as well, wouldn't it? You know, I can see it already. I can see it already. So I think so too. I've drawn some more. Well, see if I'll just hold it back until later. Let's deal with the deer first. Oh dear. Okay. It's actually really easy. Let's have a look. Shall we get started? Are you ready? So you know what the principle of it is, don't you? Little scenes inside. Under the tree, under these legs, little country scene. So you'd have to modify these. But nonetheless, either that or you make a deer that's got really, really long legs. You could, couldn't you? I mean, if you thought about it, do you know, that might look, if that were the deer's legs, let's have a look. Look. You could, it'd be a deer on stilts. Let's just draw this one, shall we? Because this is all about distraction. Okay, that's what this is all about. Just a little bit of light entertainment and distraction, keeping each other company for an hour. Because what it does, without us even realising, it's not about what the deer looks like at the end of the evening, although it's great if it does look, you know, if it has a semblance of a mammal. But what it does is it redirects your thinking. So if you just watch 6 o'clock news, you're probably out of sorts. And what this does is it just reframes you. It's good for you. Whether you know, jigsaw puzzles, they're distraction for me. I play solitaire on my phone. That's the only game I've got on my phone, actually. Patience, you know, I enjoy that. And drawing, it's another one. So welcome to the Distraction Club. Let's do this now. So put this to one side and we'll get our measurements up, because I think the common denominator, if you like, if we make the wheels on the burst, right, if we make the wheels the same size, then we can work our way up. That's my suggestion. So when we did this to begin with, we also had some measurements, didn't we? Just to give you an idea, just gives you a kind of an orientation. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a piece of A5, isn't it? It's A4 folded in half. So you've got a pretty good idea what sort of size you're looking at. And FYI, I put the measurements here in inches. I'm an inch girl, I'm afraid. 150 friends. Do you know, that warms my cockles because not for any other reason. It's not ego or anything like that. It's just lovely that so many of us see the benefits of hanging out together. Isn't that great? I think so too. For me, it's extra special because Gracie's here. See, at 10 o'clock in the morning, Gracie's still fast asleep. So this is much as I love working with Paul, it's great to work with my daughter too. So let's have a look. First of all, we'll have a look. This is 3.5 inches. Can you see this all right? 3.5. Oh, and Dave is with us as well. Good evening, darling Dave. The tall deer would be a giraffe. Oh, God. Ken, you've got company. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Do you get it? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Anyway, so it's a family thing here. What we're going to do is it's about 3.5 inches across from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. So what we'll do is we'll put a bit of copper paper underneath so that we don't press through. You know, have we got any newcomers in? Have we got any friends that haven't been in the shack before because they've got to work? Hey, I just saw Sonia. Hey, Sonia. Lovely to have your company. Your artwork for Sunday's show. Fabulous. And yours, Jane. I've got the stuff to show you guys. You're going to get a sneak preview. I'm going to show you the stuff that I've been prepping to go on telly. The design team. You know, when the design team create beautiful artwork, that the stamps are a winner. Now, what was I going to say? Right, ruler. I forgot me. I've lost my thread. Ruler and a pencil. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Newcomers in the building. Hands up, any newcomers, please. Right, so we can give you a proper warm welcome. So what we'll do is while you're putting your hand up and letting us know that you're here, right, we're going to fold that in half. So that kind of slows. So we're going to work in this half. Okay. So I can put that one there in a minute so we can see it better. All the better to see you with. So first of all, we're going to draw the bar. Let's just draw the bar because we're going to work from the bottom up. So let's just put a 3.5 inch bar there, 3 to 3.5. Let's just do that. Okay. Now we know that that's the base. So we could put the wheels in and that. We could do all that. Right. So that's 3.5 inches. So let's just, in fact, let's just do the bar. Come on. Let's just get it done. What pencil have I got here? An F. F for fine. F for fine is fine, but HB is probably better because you can see it, I think. I think HB is a little bit blacker, isn't it? Yeah, just a bit blacker. See, so if I use a HB, then you can see it better. There you go. Also, HB, when I go to transfer it, there'll be more lead on the tracing paper. A fine is exactly the clues in the name for fine. It's a hard pencil, so it doesn't leave a lot of carbon on the tracing paper. So when you go to transfer it, there's not a lot there. It's a good one to use on the back because you get a really sharp, you push through really sharply. You know, it's like in Groovy, if you were going to use the number 1 tool, it's sharper than the number 2 tool. You know, so if you use a fine pencil at the back, it helps a lot. But she's waffling. Newcomer, Celia and Sue. Welcome, Celia and Sue. Oh, you're in for a treat. Now, what are we going to use for our wheels? Oh, I know. Right, have you treated yourself to these yet? Our embedders. I've been a bit too busy and anxious to get my head around. But I'm gonna sort an evening out where we have a craft along with these because I think that would be fantastic, right? But I've just not got my head on not the right head for that. So baby steps, deer first. But what I've done is I've taken this one. This is my wheel, perfect. But it's the one on. It's one of these little nested embedded. They're really useful for lots of things. So let's just stick the wheel in. HB. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll put the wheel in. It just gives us a bit of orientation. I mean, the reason we work on tracing paper, see, I like these because you can see through them. The reason we work on tracing paper is like, because we can create our art and then transfer it to best. So this is where we get what we want and then we translate it onto the page. So for example, this is on tracing paper, and then see, look, there it is on. So what I did to get that, I pushed it over. This is what I was talking about with, hey, Jilly's with us too. Good evening, Jilly. I thought you were at the NEC. Are you at the NEC, Jilly? Right. So then you see you push this through with a F for fine, and you've got pencil line there. And then once you've got that, then you take your micron pens, right? These, right, for our newcomers, micron pens. This isn't really selly-telly, it really isn't. But if you're going to join in the SHAC, this is the stuff we use. We use tracing paper, we use card, we use pencils, bog standard, and then we use these micron pens. And this is the bridge to art. These are really, really top of the tree, really, for doodling and drawing, because they're waterproof too. And then the other thing that I do use a lot is a set of 12 polychromos. And they've got like gold and silver, and they've got loads of greys for making drop shadows. And that's about it, really. That's about what we use. So anyway, I digress. It's just to talk about why we're doing this. So what we'll do now, let's get our H pencil again. And another thing, that while you're shopping for them, treat yourself to a rubber, a pencil. She's safe at home. Oh, cool. All right, Julie. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy the NEC, to be fair. You know, I did it for 30 years, that exhibition. And as a visitor, I've only ever been an exhibitor, and it's hard work. Dave and I can't do that anymore. You know, jumping around in the van, and I did it for many, many years. And we had a stand that was about, God blimey, stand must have been 20, 25 meters long in the end. You know, it was like the length of a blooming aisle, wasn't it? So then you've got to staff it, you know. Oh, it was chaos. And then, do you remember, well, you won't know this, but one evening we were there, and I'd just taken all the girls to the car park, all the staff, just to make sure they knew which car park they were in. And when I walked back, the whole stand, some of you might remember I told this story, the whole stand had just collapsed with all the product, everything on the hooks, all the grid wall, the whole lot, because the bloody the contractors that were breaking down the hall started breaking down the struts that were the stabilizers. They started removing the stabilizers, and there was so much weight on the guy behind us, it just pushed our lot straight over. Bang. Yeah, that was a night to remember. And damage, you know, so much damage. Yeah, it was really, and so no, people have asked us, why aren't we at the NEC? How long you got? No, I've done my bit. Sue Carpenter's birthday today. Well, happy birthday to Sue. Right, so we've got the wheels, we've got the rubber, a razor pencil, and now we're gonna start on our deer. Right, you ready? Brace yourself, Rodney. It's all right, actually. What's the worst that can happen? Right, first of all, there are no experts in the building. Secondly, it's a bit of tracing paper. Thirdly, I'm the only goon that's being watched. You could be drawing Charlie Chaplin dressed in your pajamas, drinking a bottle of wine, and nobody will know. I'm just getting an image now of you dressed up as Charlie Chaplin, drawing someone in pajamas, drinking wine. Right, anyway, enough waffle. You know I'm procrastinating, don't you? So what we're going to do is build this deer from the bottom up, not from the bottom, from the base. Up we go. So we're going to put this bit in first. Honest, trust me, Gov. So if you have a look, you can start there, and we'll go to here, and we're going to make. See, now this dictates how long his legs are. All I'm saying is this bit dictates how long his legs are. So we could go like that. We could go like that. Right. So this is the back leg. Up we go, and then it's going to come round like that. Sketch it till you're happy. So if this is so, that's going to come round like that. This is the aperture. I'm making it bigger than before, right? So we're going to go like that, and then when you're happy with it, you don't have to put anything permanently in place now. Just sketch it. See, I made it quite big, only because I'm thinking perhaps I could get the candles in. Still can't. Okay, we don't make it too long, though, but ridiculous. But it'd be nice. Right, you ready? Cup of tea. Now we're going to do the legs. So the legs, right? So there's the legs. If you look at it, we're going to make a real cute little Bambi. Right, so the legs go up like that, say, like that, and then there's like a joint, isn't there? We're making this one's got longer legs than before, right? And then this is the neck. Let's go like this. Here we go. Right. So that's the leg, and then we're going to give him a little bottom, little rump, the tail. See, you make his legs as long as you like, and now that's his neck. So let's get his neck down here like that. So how thick do you want his body to be? So that's his little. There, I'll make him cute like that, little wavy bottom. See? You can always change it if you don't like it. It looks more like a hobby horse, doesn't it? It's all right though. There you go. See, if you don't like it, you change it. This has happened because I made this too big. Right, so it changes the shape of it. In a minute, we're going to make a horse. That'd be good, right? So, got his tail, got his body, got his head. Right, got an ear. Let's go for his head now. Could do two. We're going to do two. One here and one here. One tall, one shorter. All right. So you get 2 runs at it. Right. Let's get his head down straight. If you go round, it looks more like a camel. How does she know this? Do you want to see a camel? But if I go like that, it will look like a camel. Okay, we don't want a camel, although it would look really nice. We could do, I just thought 3 wise men, couldn't you? You could do one. Oh, do you know, I've just had a thought. Wouldn't that be great? We could do 3 little camels, 3 different sizes. All right, here we go. Right, let's do a deer though, just because let's stick to the plan. See, so if that's straight, then it's more like a deer. There you go. Put a little nose on it. There. And he's got doe eyes. Droopy lids like that. And underneath, like that. There you go. Doe eye. He's looking behind him like, hello? It's all right. It's fine, friends. Now, the deer we're going to give this deer antlers because that's what identifies as a deer and not a lamb or a goat. Okay. I quite like this shape now. It's growing on me. Now, antlers, you ready? How are we doing it? It's only 20 past. Come on, we'll be done by half past. Have you got a deer or a goat? I'm visiting the NEC on Saturday. Good luck with that, Sue. Parking's expensive. Well, it was for the public, very expensive. Reply to chat, la 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 la. Good. I'm glad you're chatting. It's great, you know. The SHAC is somewhere where you can meet up in a safe environment. I think it's good. It's good, and you haven't got to leave your house. Lots of trees down here. Storm Kieran certainly did a number on Sussex. We're all right in Crowborough, to be honest, because we're right up high, you know. We're the highest point in East Sussex, in Crowborough, apparently. It's good. Right, let's have a look. So I've got, now, you ready for the antlers? Now, the antlers, I think this is a good way to draw antlers. If you draw like a coat hanger, just draw the stick bit. Don't worry. So that's one antler. And then this is the other one around the back. Okay, let's just do that. And let's just draw like a skeleton where you think you want the actual, I don't know what they're called, these bits, you know, the prongs. I'm sure there's a special name for them. We'll call them prongs tonight. Right, so we've got the antler. Grace says, looks like a deer to me. Well, happy days. Happy days are here again. I think I'm going to work on the rump though. I could do with a little bit of it's all right though. Do you know what it is when you're drawing? For me, I find obviously it's all about hand-eye coordination, isn't it? And the more you do, like how Elizabeth always says, the more you do, the better you get, and the better you get, the more you want to do. That's absolutely irrefutable. But what I also find is it's about relaxing and just not overthinking it and not being so self-critical, you know. If you keep saying to yourself, I can't do it, I can't do it, it looks like a camel, it looks like a horse, it looks like a, you know, that's why we're working on tracing paper, friends. You just rub it out and you just, I'm only copying what I've already done, you know. It's not, I'm not closing my eyes and trying to imagine what a deer looks like. I've got a picture of a deer in front of me. Well, I've got a picture of my deer in front of me. And I'm pretty, no, I don't know. I think I did. I Googled, what do deer antlers look like? Of course I did, you know. And then I closed it and then I reconstructed it in my head for fun. Yeah. Now let's have a look. So we've got the deer, we've got the ear. This is quite a big one, isn't it? Right. Right. This is the antler idea. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. So you've got something that looks more like branches at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, right, we're going to use the actual, look, stick, if you like, that you've drawn as part of the antler. See what I mean? So now we're going up again. There. And that way, I don't think that's bad at all. And if you want it to be thicker, like this is thicker, isn't it, than this one? Oh, this is probably more realistic. Then you just go again. Look, just thicken it up a bit. Go round again, right? What you're going to do then is look, just go round again. Then take your rubber and rub out the centre, what you did in the middle bit. And you rubber. Right, let me just sharpen the eraser. That's better. So I can get in here. See, and then you take that bit out. Hey. Looks good. We can always work on it. It's about getting the rough structure first. Okay. There are no experts in the building. Do you remember when we used to hang out in the shack during lockdown? Cool. How many times did you hear me say there are no experts in the building? The bus driver's only a couple of hours ahead of you. Hey? There. That'll do. Cool. Here. Dear. Nose. Make it smile if you want. Starts to get a bit cheesy then, though. The antlers prongs are called points. Oh, are they? And do they tell us how old said deer is, depending on how many points it's got? Dave, come on. Educate us. We want to know. That looks better. Better. Glottal stop, Gray. There you go. That looks good. Sort of. Hey? Every now and again, when we go for a walk up here on the forest, you catch the deer. And they freeze when they see you. They go really quiet. as if you're not going to notice them if they, stock still. And then you see them when they think that you're not looking, then they bob away, and you can just see their white bottoms going bobbing through the forest. It's beautiful, really. Beautiful. Right, there you go. So now we've got our deer, kind of. I think this looks pretty good. Okay. And the ear. Now, what do I think? This is a bit different to this one, but it's all right. So let's have a look at let's go back on this, and let's see where we want to go. So I'm thinking, right, so that's quite good. I might just bring that down a bit, this bit. See how I'm going to go there like that. It's just gone right back where I was, so it must have been all right. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now I've got that bit. It's a bit thin here, that's all I'm thinking. Let's come down a bit further. Does that look a bit too, he looks like he's a bit... See, no, it's going to be leggy. It's going to be prancy, like that. Let's put a saddle on him. Okay, because what I was thinking, see, this would be really lovely if that's a saddle. Or wow, you could write something in there, couldn't you? Like, dear friend, not spelled incorrectly. I think that's cheese as well. Right, there you go. So you've got your body, you've got your legs, got your little neck. There, I don't think that's bad at all. What about a little bell round his neck? Come on. So that you can hear him coming. He'd thank you for that, wouldn't he? Call the cats in the storm. Ragnar really likes the rain, which is a bit bizarre. Eric not so much. So they've been in and out and in and out and in and out today. They do like messing up the kitchen floor. Right, come on then, little dots. I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there saying, you can't, this is for a fawn and this is for a male. And I don't care. It's art. Hang on, there you go. It's art. It doesn't matter if it's inaccurate. It's art. Do you agree? So you could even, let's have a look. Yeah, he's quite pretty, isn't he? There you go, got a little bell. How's yours looking? I can't wait to see yours. Here. Fran with a plan and her sister are watching. Hello, Leslie and Fran with a plan. Good to have your company too. There you go. Tails up. Nice. Quite a good shape, actually. There you go, little tail. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. How are you doing, guys? Hey. Good to have your company. What do you think about this hanging out on a Thursday night? Und Marion, grüß dich. Schön, dass du auch da bist. Marion's in North Germany. I hope that the last time Marion and I spoke, the weather was awful over there, really upsetting. So I hope that that's calmed down a little bit, Marion. We're always so... Let's do some stitching here, shall we? On the little blanket over his back. Yeah, so Marion was saying that the weather in North Germany was extreme as well. I think this is the new way of the world, my friends. Right, there you go. So we've got it's quite good, isn't it? Get that over there. Okay. We've done that. Right, let's get the wheels going. If you want to, you can always trace the wheels from the tree. Not from. Oh, come on, you can sketch this. Right, here we go. Who's actually joining in? Is it just Gubbins here? Me? It's good for you, you know. It's good for you, honestly. It's nothing to do with. It's nothing to do with your artistic proficiency, friends. It's to do with your distraction, your focus. See? It's like the groovy, or there you go. You know, anxiety. Maybe you don't suffer from it. Maybe nothing bothers you. But I'm really, at the moment, I wake up with chest pains and you think, how can I wake up with them? You know, it must be very deep-seated if I wake up thinking, you know, it's weird, isn't it? And so I know I have several things in my little toolbox, my toolbox for coping with life. And one of them is doodling deer with friends. But seriously, actually, let's have a look. Does that look all right? I think he's quite good. There are several things that you can do when you're struggling, right, or anxious, or your head's gone into washing machine spin cycle. You know what I mean. For example, you get busy with your hands. That definitely is a surefire way to redirect your thinking. Okay. Less caffeine. I've got to say, if I drink, I've got to start drinking herbal tea and less tea. That's certainly, or less coffee. That's certainly. What I'm doing here is I'm reinforcing the graphite. Is that a cat? Or a wasp? We've got a wasp's nest in there. Something's whining. Yeah, less caffeine. Herbal tea's good. Light a candle, good. Good, lovely, relaxing music, good. Tick that box. Talk to a friend. Let me just check whether there's a cat outside. Do you mind? I'm just going to have a little look. They're in and out like yo-yos at the moment. What? Is there a cat in there? What have we got out here? Hello? No. Okay. Well, not one of ours anyway. Yeah. Less caffeine. What was I saying? Talk to a friend. That makes a difference, you know. Talking to a friend. Like just sharing. This morning, I had a conversation with Sam Crow, good friend, you know, and I know she gets anxious with good reason. And so it was, as soon as I spoke to her, it just diffused the pressure in my mind, you know. And so now, for example, it's okay to accept that I'm anxious. I don't have to hide it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I could make a list as long as my arm of the reasons why I'm anxious, but that doesn't help the anxiety levels. That just reinforces them. So talking to a friend about it, who also, you know, empathizes, she gets it. That helps a lot. Hanging out with you, knowing that half the people at least who are doodling away with me here completely get this. They completely understand, you know. I don't want to take mind-altering substances. I don't want to take anything, because all that will do is it will change the way I see the situation. It won't change the situation, you know. I need to be looking at it. I need to kind of know what's coming. But having said that, I also enjoy a bit of light relief. Like now, doing this helps a lot, you know. So I think that's it. Talking to a friend, And then the other thing that's really good is to accept it for what it is, you know. Just accept it. Like I say, it's nothing to be ashamed of. If you get anxious, you're anxious. This looks a bit dodged, doesn't it? Do you think that should come in a bit more? But let's just have a look. Let me just do this and see if that looks. Do you think that looks better? If I bring that in a bit like that. Yeah. Always take it back again. That's better, isn't it? She looks like she's got a gimpy leg. He's got a gimpy leg. Right, let's have a look here. Go like that. That's more like it, eh? That looks better, doesn't it? See? And that's why we do this. Now, let's see. Grace says that people are really enjoying the new Thursday evening, and lots of people are able to join in live because, of course, loads of us have to work, don't we? Eh? So that's cool. I know that you always catch up after a Monday, but it's nice. I know Tina Morris, is she around? Is Tina here? Because I know she's always got to work. It'd be nice to see Tina too. Yeah, so back to the anxiety thing. All I'm saying is, I think you just got to accept it for what it is. You know, you're not going mad. And as soon as you accept it, you sort of right size it because you're not panicking about it. Just, for me, it's like, yeah, well, me and the rest of the world, I'm not special and different. I know that for certain. Definitely not, you know. So I'm still reinforcing the lead on this side so I can transfer it, see? So that way I get two for. I get this one, and yeah, this will be good. Right, are we liking that? See, and then, yeah, see, it's quite a lot bigger, isn't it? But that's all right, because I've got a baby one as well. This is going to be the format for my 3 camels. You know that, don't you? With 3 wise men. I think that would be really cool. If we do camels, didn't think of that. Note to self, camels, right? AKA 3 wise men. Because they've got long bony legs. Right, I'm writing it down so I don't forget. Because they've got long bony legs, you get a really good area to put some fantastic scenes in under their legs, wouldn't you? Lots of people drawing with us, apparently. Glad to hear it. So let's have a look. We've done that. Tick that box. So the next thing is, let's make a little scene in here. But, friends, we don't want to put it straight on here because we want to be able to, remember, we want to be able to chop and change them. So you don't want this on there. So what we need is a small piece of, have you got a piece of tracer paper cut to size? Yes, I have. All right, quarters, look, under 3/4. Right, that'll do. And then that way, you see, it's just stick this on here. Yeah, so to put closure to the anxiety conversation that we're having, okay, what I think is accept it for what it is. Know that you're not alone. Then you have to share it with a friend and she'll go, I know, Barbara, right? Those poor people. It's the next piece, you know. Aren't we lucky? Yes, we are. So straight away we're starting to right size and understand why we're anxious, why we have this sense of unease and fear. It's not difficult to grasp, okay? Even though we're nowhere near the, well, I hope not, we're nowhere near the danger zone, you know, it's, people are under threat, and that always is going to make you feel anxious and uneasy. Why wouldn't it, you know? So you shared it with a friend, you've right-sized it, you've owned it, right? You know you're not going mad, and then you just let it pass. Just accept it for what it is, and then just let it pass. And by the time you've drawn this deer, you won't even remember what you were anxious about. Also, Watching the news is not good, especially not in the evenings, friends. I think you watch the news in the evenings and then it just permeates, you know, and it's sitting right here and then it travels. And in the night, it sits on your heart. I sure as hell think it does, you know. And then in the morning, you wake up and it's like, oh yeah, oh my God, you know. You got to kind of protect yourself a bit. You got to protect yourself a bit. Yeah, give yourself a hug. Okay, feels quite good actually. Hugs are good. Right, now let's get this scene sorted out. So this is a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Lillian says, I have a deer. Blimey. Is it a deer? There you go. Beverly West says her deer is much better than she expected. Hey. See? But Bev, you're good. You're good. I know your artwork. I think it's when you... it's when you don't overthink it. Right, now let's have a look at these little trees. So we've got 3 trees, one in the front. So we just sketch it lightly. So how tall do you want the tree to be? So let's go there, right? So we do a triangle tree. Simple. Let's keep it simple, friends. Okay. There we go. Nice triangle tree. Festive. Because what we're doing is really here, see, we did the opposite. On this one, we took the tree and then we put the deer under the tree. And on this one, we're doing the deer and we're putting the forest where the deer would be under the deer. So it's quite cool. Right, let's get this triangle tree in place. And then we'll have a little one. So put a little one here. So put another one. Have a look. There. Put another one there. Don't want this to be too, make it fatter. That's quite good. Like that. Okay. That'll do, won't it? That one's behind. Like that. Then we'll have a rinky-dink one. Tall, skinny one. There. To there. There you go. Easy. That one's a bit fat for my taste. Change the V. Change the V. Change the width. There you go. Nice. So we've got the 3 trees. Once I tell you what feels good as well, is when you're happy with the shape, to reinforce it, try and stay on the line, Gray. But when you do it, when you reinforce it, it feels like it's like a box ticker. It feels like, yep, nailed it, on point. There you go. And what we're going to do then, right, on Monday, what we'll do on Monday, what's the time? Oh, it's already 1:45. On Monday, because we've got it now nearly. So Monday and then Thursday, we'll continue with this. So then we'll transfer it onto a piece of card. Object of the exercise, friends, is this. This is where we're headed, right? So we'll just keep going. We'll keep going. No worries. You're just catching up now. So we could put a little, look, this is quite nice. So you could put a moon, see here. And then we can, there's a little dangle. So this is going to be like, I like kind of having, what would you call it? Something that repeats itself in all the designs. So, for example, here, it could be, I'm just going to hang it, see? And then I'll hang that like that. And I'll put that one through that. And then that's the kind of, in literature, it's called a leitmotif. It's like, it's something that repeats itself in every, and it keeps coming back throughout the story. And in art, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's like, it's a repeat design. And it's just the idea of a little dangle. So all of them have got little dangles, you see, and then you know they're part of a collection. Now, the stars. Let's have a look. Do you remember we did the stars before? You've got that little 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are. It's nice if they're a bit funky. I like it. Got another one, tiny. Right, I need a sharper pencil for this little fella. And you know what? Oh, bloody sharp. I need a new sharpener. What I do now. It's chewing my pencil up, friends. What's that there? Maybe it's just chock-a-block. Oh yeah. No wonder. It's got loads of crud on it. Just bear with me, friends. Oh, well, now I know. Look, I'm using the E eraser pencil. The E for eraser. No wonder it's chewing up my lovely HB pencil. Let me see if I've got another one. Have I got another one? You know what this is? This is because I just run down the... It's because I packed everything to go up the television. There it is. At the other end, behind the cameras, it looks like the proverbial bomb, as it is. There you go. Do you remember I was saying about if your pencil sharpener starts to go blunt, put an E on it and use it for sharpening your rubber, and then get yourself a new one. Graphite. Here we go. That's better. Cool. Okay. Right. Now, where was I? Star. Tiny star. 1, 2, 3. Cool. That'll do. That'll do. There you go. And that, you see, is what we call an overlay. So it means that it'll go under the camels as well. Maybe it'll go under the camel. All it means is I've got my template, and then I can always make several, can't I? So here's some homework for you. Before Monday, do us a favour and do 2 more pictures that would go underneath, that would fit underneath your deer. Something that it's your art, not mine, it's yours. I'm just giving you the idea. Okay, this is just a recipe for distraction, not destruction. All right, so the idea is that you come up with 2 more things to put in here. Love to see it. Would love to see it. Okay, now let me see, it's 7:45. I'm going to park this, and I want to show you. Can I give you a sneak preview, please, of what's coming up? My phone, and I don't know why it does this, a few people are seeing a dangle where the moon is hanging. A little dear Willie, are you? Why, what have I drawn here? Oh, smut. No. All right, well, we'll have to move that. See, no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that, but now I can't unsee it. A little dear Willie, did they actually say that? Blow me down. We are definitely kindred spirits then. God, do you remember those flowers we drew? Anyway, moving on. I wanted to show you, if that's okay, I want to show you what we're doing on Sunday on telly, because I've been prepping it all day, and sometimes you can't really see the artwork and you can't really see what you're doing. So I think you most certainly can give us a sneak peek. Thank you, Jane. Right, because Jane's on the design team, so she knows what's coming up. let me show you the stamps. So you may remember, certainly in Groovy, and we created these much bigger as well before. These are Linda Williams Bijou seasons. And what we've done is we've got the winter ones, then we've got the autumn, then we've got the summer, and we've got the spring. But the thing about these is, I'll show you in a minute in artwork, you see these little children. So you've got a boy and a girl for each season. So you've got girl, boy, summer. Let me show you the artwork. The most important thing that I want to show you here is that 2/3 of each stamp set is all about frames and panels. This is the key. You've got beautiful little centerpieces. I'm not taking away from them, they're glorious, right? But it's the worker stamps. And then in addition to that, what Jazz has done is she's made 4 really excellent little add-ons. See, these would be just, you know, for the deer and the trees that we're drawing, these would be fantastic. If you didn't want to doodle into them, you could stamp look, there's the moon. Look, there's his little moon. Hey, you thought I was going to say something else then, right? You've got I've just had another idea. If you put mistletoe, if you hung mistletoe down underneath in the tree, or so many good ideas. Holly, mistletoe, fir branches, leaves. You see, you've got all these lovely little elements. Let's have a look at the printed stamps. Let's have a look at what you're actually getting. So first of all, the little elements. So you can see them better now, printed out. Okay. These are so fab. Right. Real proper little worker stamps. Now let's have a look what we've got here. So now we're looking, for example, this is can you see this all right? Yeah. So now you're looking at spring showers. Well, all year round, really. I've just picked a couple of pieces of artwork to show you. So this is a really lovely piece by Sonia. There. Fabulous, look. Little boy. Duck. See the little boat? Look, it's a little boat. So fabulous, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there you go. Let's have a look at this one. Cool. Who did this? Yeah, of course, D. Fantastic, this one is. You see the umbrella stencil that we've got, and then she's done something really cool here. She's, let me show you on the close-up. It's decoupage. So if I let it focus, look at that. See, isn't that immaculate? Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, you can do this with all of them, all of these little bijou stamps. But I just think that's pretty precious, isn't it? Linda's artwork is immaculate anyway, but then give it to somebody like D. Cool. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, so really superb detail going on here. Now, let's keep going. If we go, this is a lovely piece of artwork. I love this. So this is Sam Crow, very mixed media-y. And what she did was she took one of the dies from the old die club. Isn't that cool? So she's just got a grungy piece of card, jelly plate, back and up top and bottom. Great combination. Little bit of colour combination. It's really nice mixed media work. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so that's that one. Again, really nice to look at this artwork. I'm really glad that I'm just indulging the artwork a little bit before we call it an evening. Dave's got a quiche in the oven for us. Oh, quiche Lorraine. Tesco's best. Right, now, here's summer. Walking on sunshine. Beautiful. This is Jazz at her absolute best. It was her birthday yesterday, 24 years old. Cracking talent. Absolutely beautiful. So this is lovely. This is Deborah Wheeler. See? So cool. You don't see the stamps until you see the art, and then you think, oh, all right, okay. Lovely little card that is. And who's this one? This has got to be Tina Morris. See, she's used some really nice designer papers and just used the little boy layering up like that. Looks lovely, doesn't it? And there's the girl as well. So this will be Tina too. I like the way she's used the designer paper in the background. Isn't that lovely? Hmm? And this one's Jane Telford. So here, now we're getting into the, look, see? This is this edge here, there. And then she's taken that little heart and she's joined it with the little hearts in there. And then you see these little butterflies. Can you believe it? They're here. Look, see the 3 butterflies? They're there. So it's like a real exciting compendium of images, really. So now let's look at this one, autumn. I really got into the autumn one. Cold hands, warm heart. My dad always used to say that to me. So I've always got cold hands. He'd always hold my hand and say, cold hands, warm heart. I should have told you that. Right. See the little girl now. Who did this one? Sarah Brennan. Bless her heart. She just lost her dad as well. I know. I understand. But beautiful artwork. And you can see here how she's used. You see here, right? Distraction grey. Cozy, 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 cozy. It's the most delightful. Getting close. Have a look at it's so nice the way she's done this. Look, see? She's just used the corner, just on all 4 corners. Doesn't even feel the need to join them up. I totally get that. Isn't that super though? I love it. Let's go back to the overhead. Right, what else have we got? Oh, Linda Spencer. Gorgeous card. Oh, now, do you know what's amazing though? So she's used the same stamps, right? Get this. Same stamps, same geese, right? Where she found this one, this little one? I just saw that on one of those other sets, I think. I'm pretty sure it's on one of these sets. Yeah, there it is. Look, it's on the winter set. See the little fur? Look, all the way around. So she's made a frame with that. 1, 2, 3, all the way around with that little stamp there. Just in case you're wondering what this is in aid of. Right, there you go. Check out the difference in those 2 cards. Oh, look, and then she's put that in the geese in their mouth. What's it called? Beak. And one in her hand as well. That's very, very lovely, isn't it? There you go. So that's autumn. And then we've got a couple more autumn ones. Look, I love this as well. Just that, so simple. Linda Spencer again. So let me see, where she found it. You've got to look for this stuff. So there's the little geese anyway. There's a little goose. Gooses. And there's the little rabbit. Look, you are an original piece of artwork. Jane Telford, beautiful. Let me show you this little thing. I love this little hare or rabbit. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I don't shout about the design team enough. I don't know how I would do this without them. They're absolutely phenomenal, really. And been with us for a long time as well, most of them. We've got some newcomers, you know, Deborah Wheeler, she's new. But I mean, Deb and I have known each other for many, many years. Now that has got to be Julie Dunn. Love it. So you see she's got a backdrop. Now we're on the winter ones. This is gorgeous, look. The little girl. They're just such traddy sort of little dog. Just beautiful stamps, honestly. Every single one of these. Oh, there's that one that we were looking for. There it is. There. See? There's that one there. So there's no way we'd have the time to look at them in this detail on telly, which I understand. So that's why we're doing it here. Right, so we've got this one. I love these. These are on the show as well, the ribbon writing. They're going to be on the TV show. And then we've got this one. Who's this? Deborah Wheeler again. Love this. So she's just done white on grey with the trees. They're other trees, those. Where did you get them from? Trees from Linda's Glistening Winter set. Stamped and heat embossed with wow, super fine white powder. Plus Christmas, stamped girl and postcard and coloured with Perga colour pens, fussy cut both pieces and attached with foam pads. There you go. Very nice indeed. And I know that that word is in that set there. Look, Christmas. Put winter, couldn't you? Right, who else we got here? This is lovely. Jane Telford. Gorgeous. So that one is nice. Where'd you get that tree from, Jane? That tree's one of Linda's as well, I know. It's from one of the Christmas treasure trees, isn't it? And then, last but not least, Jane Telford again. Love this. In fact, I borrowed this one, Jane, and I've stepped it up to do a demo on telly. It's gorgeous. And that is this one here, see, crossed. And then that's the other thing. There's loads of snowflakes in this set. See, so you got these little, they're so pretty, right? So this one, again, just lovely. And it's using those doodle dies. So there you go. That's what I'm doing on the telly on Sunday. And I'm really glad that I got to show you that beautiful artwork and just show you what we're actually doing. And then the only other thing that, if you want to get in early, we got these back in the cupboard. These are great. These are these metallic gel pens from Pergamano, and they work really nice. They're super, super, super fine. You see, you've got all these metallic colours, but they work really, really nicely. And Paul kindly, what would I do without Paul Church? He scribbled them onto the different colours, white, black and buff, so you can see how they work. But they work really nicely. They're very, very metallic and very fine. So that's coming up too. Yeah, and that, my friends, is it for this evening. It's bang on 8 o'clock. Grace, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Brooklyn. I'll chat to you in a minute when I've had my quiche. And I think that we can safely say that hanging out on a Thursday evening is a good thing. So thank you for joining us. And yeah, don't be alone, you know. And so Monday morning we're back again at 10 o'clock. And so going forward, it'll be Monday, Thursday. You can always catch up if you do have to go out, or you can't watch live. You can always catch up. It's always on YouTube. We record everything for you. It's all free, you know, no fee. It's just free. We're just here to keep you company, friends. And other than that, enjoy drawing your deer. And I'll see you on Sunday between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Create and Craft. Lots of love. I don't think I've forgotten to say anything. And if I have, well, I'll tell you on Monday. And don't forget to check out barbaragrayblog.com. I'm trying to catch up with the blog, but there's a lot going on, friends. And I'm doing the best I can given what I've got to work with. So lots of love, go easy, travel gently, and I'll see you soon. Bye now. Have a nice evening.